So I'm just giving a trade. I'm just going to give a trade recap. Yesterday, I analyzed V751s, and it was on this peak. It was creating this peak over here, and we can see that it created a lovely peak here, information there. Then after it created that information, it dropped to come to somewhere around here. So let's just see on bigger time frames, then we come on smaller time frames. I'm just really happy over what's happening here. Right. D1 is showing us a really, really good trade. Remember, I was on a buy bias, and it still is giving us that buy bias. I'm still inclined to want to pursue more buys than more sells. Let me just remove everything over here, and I still am for the view that it is a good buy. I like V751s because it's not heavy. It's a light pair, so you can trade it however you want. You can stack a lot of entries. Okay, so I think this is a peak, and it's giving us good peak behavior because it's taking its time in the peak zone, and it's knocking off buyers and sellers. So you just need to be positioned. You just need to have a good position, then you enter. So I still am for the view that this is good for a buy. And if it's good for a buy, I see a buy up to this region. This is the region that, let me just mark it here. I still see a buy here. This is what I see. It's going to come back. Then here. This area is a really, really prime area. But again, it has to give us good confirmations. Good confirmations in that it has to break this neckline. There's a neckline there. If it breaks that neckline, then it's going to continue going up. By breaking a neckline, it has to form candlesticks here. Then the next candlestick must close above this line for us to even consider a buy. For now, it might range and keep doing buys and sells, and keep doing sells, and it might keep doing this until it's gotten enough momentum to go up. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen on V751s, but that's a good buy. On D1, if we go on H4, it's still ranging, and if it gives us a rejection there, then we could see it going down. You could see it going down. If it rejects this, we could see further pushes down. The TDI on H4 is just above the mid-range, so entering a trade might be risky, but as we can see here, this was around the same area that it went, that's price reversed, so it could be giving us good places to reverse again. But remember, my bias is still for a buy. I am biased for a buy to this region. That's V751s. Let's go in M15. Let's see what M15 is telling us. Okay. M15 is telling us right. Remember my philosophy. This is my philosophy. This is my philosophy. Could this be a... Okay, so what I would advise on V75 is we're getting on small lots there. We're getting on small lots there, then it falls down. So if you want an extra confirmation, what I see price doing is price come here and come and get into this region. This is where I see price falling. And the EMAs are going to go like this, and this blue EMA is going to go like this, and when these cross, it's going to give us another possible entry, and it will keep going down, and we'll keep getting price touches on the EMA, and it will keep going down. So that's my my analysis of V75 ones. Let's see what V75 is telling us. Like I said earlier, V75 is still in a bullish order block. What I mean is that V75 is still going down, and it's respecting the areas that I spoke about. I believe we might get good touches on this EMA. And if we get good touches on this EMA, I think price is going to come down here and go up. It's still rejecting those areas. It is rejecting those areas. I would not advise for a buy right now. I see good sells. I see really, really good sells. Let's go on H4. If we go on H4 again, no clear reason to buy. Remember, yesterday we anticipated this cross exactly in the area that I highlighted. We anticipated a good cross there. So I'm still seeing good sells on V75. Let's go on H1. Still good sells. And you can see what it's doing. It's creating what are called resets. So it's just going to be touching on this and keep going down, touching on the 50 EMA, and it will still go down. So the V75 has not given us good entry regions. But for scalpers, this is what I would advise you. If it comes and just sometimes price will just be giving you secrets. You see how it's behaving here. It's coming. You see how it's behaving here. The price is just coming on that EMA and coming down, coming on that EMA and coming down, coming on that EMA and coming down. So it's creating good sells, really, really good sells. If you are a scalper, my advice is the moment that it comes on that EMA, just press sell, put your stop loss above this region, and just put your stop loss a little bit above the EMA, and you write it down. If it comes to a support region, you get out, you either buy it again or you wait for it to come down again and give you good sells. V75. Okay. We analyzed this yesterday again. Yesterday again. Okay. I'm not seeing a good reason to buy. If I'm going to buy this pair, like I say, I need to see confirmations. EMAs have to be fanned out. By fanned out, I mean that they have to have significantly moved and are almost flat. And that will then give me the impetus to buy this. But for now, I'm seeing good sells on crash. Good sells on crash. Let's see the smaller time frames. Smaller time frames, we are still in that undecided region, so this one I would not touch it. For now I'm against buying this pair for long term, but remember, this is crash and most people like to go overboard when it comes to this, right? For V100 you anticipate another cross, and as we are anticipating another cross in this region. That means we're anticipating the price will further fall. It's still in that region where you don't want to buy or sell it on H4. So let's just check H1, what we are getting on H1. If I would look to sell this, I would look to sell this in this region. I would look to sell it in this region. Just put your stop loss above there and just see how it goes. I think yesterday we spoke about the bands, the importance of Bollinger Bands and what they tell us. So again on this pair, I would not trade it because it hasn't met my entry rules. Entry rules are so important. Entry rules are so important. 1, 2, came down there. 1, 2. Like I said, if I am going to consider a sell, I need to see it in the over this region of the TDI, this region of the TDI, and that's the only reason I would consider selling it. But for now, it seems like it's still buying. We have this really nice order block that it gave us there, and price just is rushing up, probably up to this region. Remember, this is V75, V100, sorry. It's a heavy pair. So you don't trade heavy pairs like that. Wow. Remember, we analyzed this pair. V10 is moving wonderfully. It's V10 is giving us a good. Remember, I said that V10 had given us a good order block. It gave us a good breaker. And I told you that V10 was going to test the breaker. V10 was going to test the breaker. V-test the breaker, or test the source, then come down. Just look at how it's turning out. Really good downward move until this region. It's a really good downward move. So let's say you didn't take the trade, and let's come on H1. Probably let's find good entry regions. Okay, so what we are going to see, there is this trade called an ID50. An ID50 is when price comes to touch this. So basically what we could see is price revolving around this region and then falling down. So this is V10. It's a good sized pair. You could enter into it now. Remember, this is the risk reward ratio. You put your stop loss in this region. Price will not come to this region again. It's not going to come to this region. Put your stop loss here, and we drop. So V10 is giving us a good entry. Good down push. So this sell on V100 is still valid. Let's go on V25. Okay. V25, we are anticipating a big buy, a long-term buy. Smaller time frames, it has to come down to this region. Yesterday, I know I had anticipated that TP1 could be around this 800 EMA. Then on H4, I had wanted it to come to this zone. So this is what I still see. I still see that it's going to come here, but it has to knock out a few late entries. Let's see. Let's zoom in on the smaller time frames. It has to knock out a few entries on the bigger time frame. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. 1, 2. Price might reset here, then continue down. I would love for price to come in this region over here. I'd love for price to come in this region over here. Let me just change the color. I would love for price to come in this region, right? Comes in this region, falls to this region, gives us good aim, then we keep going up. It's given us good reasons for us to believe it's going to fall because we're anticipating these two to cross and it'll come down. I'm not divulging the whole strategy, but this will help you in your analysis. Did I do boom? Boom, boom, boom. Did I do boom? Those who trade boom, let's just see how boom is going. And we move with it. Okay, boom, I'm seeing a good buy, a good long-term buy on the D1 up until this region. Up until this region. So there, right. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing pushes to this area. If it comes to this area, maybe we might get good reasons for us to sell it. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we might get good reasons for us to sell it here, or maybe it will go down. Because it's coming to this all-time high, and it's probably creating a good structure on this 200, so it can either push to here or go down, or it's already going down. Maybe let's see bigger time frame. Let's see the bigger time frame. Bigger time frame might tell us where it's going. Let me just remove this. Okay. Okay. So on this, I'm inclined for a sell because price it's created this little thing here, and if you trade my strategy, you know what this is. If we open that up, we know what this is and the importance of this thing. So I'm anticipating a sell. It keeps on coming to it's respecting this EMA here. The reason why I'm using EMAs, people say you don't use indicators, but they're giving me extra confirmations. So let me do this. Let me just give this region as a region of importance. It's an important region. And okay. So what we could see here is that based on this, it's going down. Okay, based on the daily chart, we've seen this also means something. I'm not going to divulge everything, but this means something. This means something. So it could still be going down. We might still be going down. The best entry with this was probably the best entry. So any entry up to here could be a bit risky, but like I said, we've got two options. And remember, this is D1, so it's long term, so I wouldn't advise you to analyze using D1. Find entries using D1. You analyze using them, but then entries come long term. So we can either see price going there, then coming down ultimately, or we can see it coming down here. So let's go on the smaller time frames. We've already seen that this region is a good region. It's an important region. Let's go on the H4 and let's see what price is telling us. Let's see what price is telling us on the H4. Right. Okay. La 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 la. 1, 2. Okay. Smaller time frame is telling us that price is going to go up. So this is my last analysis. Price is going to go up here, then come back down. That is what I think is going to happen. That is what I think is going to happen. It's this. I'm inclined to. Okay. So let's just see how price is going to behave. I really hope that price respects these zones that I've given. I really hope that price respects these zones that I'm giving. Really seeing good pushes up, especially on the M5. I'm seeing good pushes up on the M5. So that is my market analysis. Trades that I really like, V10. I really like V10. It's giving me just good pushes. So I would focus on that. And V75 ones. I'm really liking what it's standing for, what it could give us. I'm really liking this. So let's just see what price is going to do. If these two cross, it's going to push up. It's going to push up a bit, give us a good peak, then come down. So yeah, this is my market analysis. I hope that you like it. Leave a comment, subscribe, share, and like I said, we're just going to be analyzing this daily, if not daily, weekly. But I really hope that you'll learn a thing or two. Have a good day.